Why is he sitting in front of a laptop at the exact same moment Kamala Harris is out on his backyard trying to give the closing argument to her campaign? What in the world is he doing? Now, I don't accept your framing of it personally, because I actually do believe he, Harris, the Democratic Party, and most of their campaign do believe that half the country is garbage. They've also said people who go to Trump rallies are Nazis. And so it's pretty apparent the disdain with which they hold half of the country in.
It's not true. The party already litigated it in Kamala's speech tonight.
But as a tactical matter today,
no, but you don't just get to say
why in the world is Joe Biden giving remarks at the same time as Kamala Harris?
Yes, Biden's latest gaffer might cost Kamala the elections. I don't know if you've seen it. CNN devolved into complete chaos after Biden calls Trump supporters garbage. Just few days, we saw how the mainstream media picked up, a comedian said this about Puerto Rico. Now, this just happened. Let's see how they are going to cover this. Biden released a statement pertaining to that, which I'm going to show you what exactly is going on, but it is concerning. If you are not on X, you will realize that Kamala closing remarks is not even drawing attention than what Biden said. Some people say maybe he did that intentionally because he has been sidelined by Kamala campaign. I don't know. That is just based on what I see on social media.
I wasn't going to say anything, but I have breaking news for you, Mr. President. You may not have heard this. Just moments ago, Joe Biden stated that our supporters are garbage. Are garbage. He's talking about the Border Patrol. He's talking about nurses. He's talking about teachers. He's talking about everyday Americans who love their country and want to dream big again and support you, Mr. President. And I hope their campaign is about to apologize for what Joe Biden just said. We are not garbage. We are patriots who love America. And thank you for running, Mr. President.
Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, Tim Walz for that matter, they're running around talking about the rally at MSG was a Nazi rally. Well, Laura, I spoke at that rally. So did Harry O, the founder of Dath Row Records. So did Vivek Ramaswamy. So did Tulsi Gabbard. I don't think the Nazis will let us speak at their rally. So that hateful rhetoric is coming from the left, and it's got to stop.
This is the exact moment Trump was informed what is going on. He was on stage at this moment. Biden released a statement. According to this CNN host who shared this, Biden's verbal gaffer is an absolute nightmare for Harris' campaign. This is getting more attention than Harris' closing argument speech. This is Biden. Earlier today, I referred to the hateful rhetoric about Puerto Rico spewed by Trump supporters at his Madison Square Garden rally as garbage. Okay, according to Biden, he was going after people who said some things at Madison Square Garden, but still yet, you cannot correct a wrong by doing wrong. You need to do things right. If what they said was wrong, you as a president, you need to calm down the situation, pass your message without using the same word. That is crazy.
I think it would be great if she could run on what Biden has done, because what Biden has done is actually tremendous.
I agree.
And I think it is absolutely bananas that she has to even think of distancing herself from the Jobs and Infrastructure Act, from the CHIPS Act, from the PACT Act. We haven't done infrastructure. Why are you laughing?
Please keep talking about the CHIPS Act. If you look at the polling on the issues, Joe Biden is 60% disapproved on every single major issue.
Say though, Bakari, he was in his house, the White House. He was in his house doing this, and the reporting is that there are places that he could be useful, but he's not everywhere like you might expect a sitting president to be for his vice president.
I don't know that I would expect this president to be everywhere in this moment. I mean, look, a critical element, any coach will tell you, any CEO will tell you, a critical element of running a team and winning is assessing the strengths and weaknesses of your team members and making sure you allocate them in the right way. Joe Biden has never been a big arena speaker. He's never been the most fluid speaker. And by the way, as someone who had a stutter growing up,
it's very obvious to me that there's an apostrophe at the end of supporters there. He was referring to the garbage spewed by supporters, not simply the supporters themselves. But Joe Biden has been on the campaign trail. He's best getting ice cream in Maryland, like he was today. He's best showing moments of empathy in Arizona, like he was last week. He's best with union folks, as he was in Pittsburgh last week as well. You use people where they are best. You put Obama in a big arena, you put Michelle in a big arena, and you put Joe Biden in front of a bunch of union people doing retail politics.
You could make the argument that they would be fine if Joe Biden wasn't anywhere near a microphone between now and next Tuesday.
Let me just accept the most charitable framing of this, which you just gave. Why is he sitting in front of a laptop at the exact same moment Kamala Harris is out on his backyard trying to give the closing argument to her campaign? What in the world is he doing? Now, I don't accept your framing of it personally, because I actually do believe he, Harris, the Democratic Party, and most of their campaign do believe that half the country is garbage. They've also said people who go to Trump rallies are Nazis. And so it's pretty apparent the disdain with which they hold half of the country in.
Yes, it is crazy how these propagandists do mental gymnastics for Democrats in ways they will never do for Trump. If Trump said Kamala supporters are garbage, do you think these hacks would dismiss it as a shorter? They will not do that. When you look at someone here spinning everything, it clearly tells you a different story. We saw what happened few hours ago, where these same people will say, "Oh, Trump supporter did," until it was everywhere. Now they are coming down. Trump calls for supporters to forgive Biden. During a park rally in Pennsylvania, Trump urged his supporters to forgive Biden, who recently compared Trump base to garbage on Voto Latino call, drawing a parallel to Hillary Clinton 2016 deplorable remarks. Trump quip, "Garbage, I think," is was adding, "Please forgive him." That is how they address issues. You don't get up as a president, using the same kind of words you're struggling to condemn. No, you are not a leader if you're doing that. Biden could forgive Trump supporters if they said something at Madison Garden that could be better.
I wasn't going to post this weekend, but I need to tell you a story about.
I have to say, I'm disappointed because I remember a time when Dr. Phil thought Donald Trump was a dangerous narcissist. And the reason I remember it is because he said it to me.
I wonder.
Yes, Jimmy is offended that Dr. Phil appeared at Madison Garden with Trump and endorsed him. He was shocked. He cannot even believe that this happened.
I wonder sometimes just exactly how diplomacy would play out with him. If, let's say, we were in a real tight, tense situation with another world power, and he decided to make up. I just wonder if he might lack in diplomacy.
I see. And do you think that he is a narcissist? Do you think would you say that he is a narcissist?
Sometimes I feel like these people are playing a trick on us. Like it's a big, terrible trick. That clip's from 2015. What could have happened over the last 9 years that made Dr. Phil think, on second thought, he isn't a narcissist at all?
It appears that Mr. Phil forgot where the hell he came from. So let's put him back in his place. Dr. Phil knows damn well that if it wasn't for this black DEI woman, his ass wouldn't have a national platform.
Yes, the backlash Dr. Phil is receiving is extremely concerning. Endorsing Trump is something that they never saw coming. But I want to ask this. Trump appeared on Dr. Phil about 2 times. What were you even thinking?
There's something wrong with me. I find that guy very funny. So, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you.
These are people who understand comedy. Media understand what is going on.
Of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah. I think it's called
Tony Hinchcliffe, which is super disappointing.
Feels good in here. The other side's got a lot of crazy endorsements. Swift, Eminem, Leo DiCaprio, Beyonce. Every day the Democratic Party looks more and more like a P. Diddy party.
I can sum it all that this thing is one of the reasons Democrats are freaking out.
Well, let me tell you something, Trump-a-maniac.
Aggressively anti-common sense.
Right.
That takes place on the left.
Right. So
that's why they keep running that ad.
Fascist, his friends are all dictators.
I don't care about that at all.
Fight for your country.
You're calling yourself...
Well, this is the problem.
Holmes Enterprise. If you are over 18, please register to vote for something else.
Are now stepping forward.
Seen before.
I don't care if they write that.
How this is happening?
She's very close to Trump. She's 30.
A financial Republican.
Hang on, Tim Walz.
Look at what Democrats are experiencing.
And sometimes there's a trend line that I never noticed before and make me go, whoa.
You know, Whoopi, you always say you don't believe in polls.
Throw a birthday party for Diddy.
Hey, you're calling yourself...
Well, this is the problem.
If you are over 18, please register to vote for